It's Mark Edge with Free Talk Live. You can see us at freetalklive.com. We're live from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 6 days a week, Monday through Friday. Or you can catch the podcast. It's free at freetalklive.com.
I'm here with Momma Ally. You just had an incident last night. I'm going to let you tell the story. Give me a better idea of what happened.
It was real simple, Taryn. We were going downtown to Flyer, and there was a homeless guy cornered. There was 4 cops and like 3 cop cars had him cornered in between these 2 newspaper machines. And so I had my camera on me, so I just walked around over there, tapped him on the shoulder. I asked him if he was okay. He didn't hear me. I said, "Hey man, are you okay?" And he looked at the cops, and I guess he realized they were fixing to let him go. So he was like, "Yeah, I'm okay." And I went to turn away, and then the female cop who was closest to me started like rushing up on me real fast. So I pulled my camera up and turned it on real quick, and they freaked out on me. Like immediately was like, "Give me that camera." I was like, "No," and I like tucked it down like real low, and then I just like spun out and like chunked it to Greg like as hard as I could over to the grass. And then they just tackled me onto the ground and arrested me. And now she was saying she pushed me, which I hope there's still footage on that camera because I never touched her. And
so they said they arrested you because all you did was say no, you're not going to give the camera up.
Right.
And that was
apparently
it.
resisting
they jumped on
arrest.
You. That was resisting because you wouldn't give
because
the camera.
I wouldn't give him my camera.
You didn't touch them in any way or turn
I
around
didn't
and slap them or
him.
fight them or nothing?
I didn't even say anything to him. That wasn't what I was there for. I was there to film for that guy. You know what I mean? And
so you pitched the camera, and then did G keep filming?
He turned it back on and started filming some more, and then they rushed up on him and was like, "You have to give me that right now. Turn that camera off, blah, blah, blah. That's evidence. You're going to go to jail too." So he had to give over the camera, and they never booked it. I would like to show you guys my property slip. You will see there's no camera on it anywhere.
There's nothing except purple shirt.
Right. No camera nowhere. The camera was
never...
Did the police...
Did they do a report yet? I mean, is that on there that they arrested you for filming?
No, they never... There's nothing camera, nothing on there. I watched her put it... The male cop that grabbed it from Greg gave it to the chick cop that arrested me, and I watched her put it in her pocket. And I don't know... They keep saying that there's a... evidence booking in each precinct, but it should have been properly booked with my stuff with me, and it wasn't. So she was alone with that camera, so God knows what's going to be on there in the end of it. But you know, if we do get it back and we can salvage any footage on it, oh baby, it's going to make things a lot easier, you know, because I never did anything.
And then they did have police cars also, which usually they have cameras running whenever they're arresting someone. There might be cop footage if it doesn't get erased, so that might be something.
I was thinking Time Saver might have footage too.
From the gas station. Oh, yeah, good idea.
Because it was at the gas station.
Let me now obviously they've cleaned you up some, but let me see what happened to you here. Yeah, knees and bruises. We'll see. And oh yeah, that was really bad. The elbows, and then did they get you around the neck? What's that from?
I don't know.
Hickey. Right there. Yeah. And then they've cleaned you up some though?
No, they never touched me. When I got there, I wouldn't talk to anybody. I asked to speak to my attorney. They said I wasn't cooperating, so as soon as I got there, of course the cop who's in charge of the jail took that as his own personal vendetta against me because I wouldn't speak anything other than I need to speak to my attorney. So he handcuffed my hands together and handcuffed me around my stomach, and then he handcuffed my feet together, and then he used a big zip tie and zip tied my feet to my stomach and just threw me on the floor and bled for 3 hours. I never did see a nurse. I never did get anything. I just laid on the floor and bled. And what happened today when you went back to get your camera? The doors are all locked up. Police station's closed. Have a nice holiday weekend, jackasses. Nice. What happened from your end when you saw the arrest go down?
I was actually getting out of the car at the same time, and I wasn't really paying attention because I didn't think it was going to end up the way it was until I heard the tussling, and then I turned around, and that's when she chucked the camera, and it landed. It was a perfect throw. It landed right by my feet, so I picked it up and just pushed record and started recording. And then the cop came to me and he said, "You're going to give me that camera?" And I said, "No, sir, it's my camera." I said, he said, well, I'm going to arrest you then. I mean, they're going to take the camera and I'm going to arrest you. And I said, for what? For filming? I said, you guys are conducting business over there. I'm over here. He said it was tampering with evidence because the camera was going into evidence. And he said either I was going to get arrested, which then that meant we would both be there, or else I was giving up the camera. So to make everything better, I gave up the camera. And I talked to him for a second. I asked him, I said, is this what you do to peaceful people? I mean, she didn't touch a cop. She went up and asked the guy if he was okay, and they took that, I guess, as like, I don't know what it was, but it got real crazy real fast. But he even on the film, I didn't have his face because I was trying to film her more, but you could hear in his voice he knew that they were wrong. When I asked him, I said, is this what you do to peaceful people? You throw them on the ground, and like, when I turned around, the girl had her ponytail and had her like that, and the other guy was coming around to grab her, and he wouldn't say nothing. He was kind of hemming and hawing, but you could tell, and I could see his voice, or I could hear it in his voice and see it in his face, that he knew he was wrong. He knew that what they did was wrong.
And how much was the bail?
The bail was $900. It was set. There was that was
Almost $9 grand.
2 counts of
What was the counts?
I don't even know what I did wrong. I have
It doesn't
no idea
say on the report resisting
it's
arrest
it's
or...
on my receipts. It was 2
One was
2 obstructions
obstruction
and
of
1
justice
simple assault.
and simple battery on a police officer.
They said you battered a police officer, but
She was saying that I pushed her.
That's what everything started.
That's what
Is
that
when
was
she
her
started
cover.
screaming.
That's
"No,
why she was saying, well, she pushed me. She immediately started saying,
but
she
if
pushed me, she pushed
we
me.
could get the film, then you could
Right.
prove
You
it.
can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Well, there you have it. Even though Georgia law is very clear about not getting, it's not illegal to film police while they're on duty. They don't seem to care about their own laws, and they'll take your camera. So remember, you always want to at least use a smartphone if you have one that films it directly to the internet, or go out in numbers where multiple people have cameras. They're a lot. Doing lone cop watch is usually pretty dangerous, sadly. I will get you any footage else that comes out as soon as they get it to me. They're going to try to dig up some footage, and I'll find it for you. I'll put it up. Thanks. As always, this is Terry and Lupo. Good hunting.
This program is brought to you by FreeKeen.com. FreeKeen.com features audio, video, and blogs chronicling the transition to a voluntary society. FreeKeen.com also has comments and discussion forums so you can be heard. FreeKeen.com.